Ever wonder how the car in your driveway came to be? It's a story of ambition, innovation, and a man who put the world on wheels. Today, we're diving into the epic history of the Ford Motor Company. It all started not with a bang, but with a quadricycle. In 1896, in a small workshop behind his Detroit home, a young engineer named Henry Ford built his first self-propelled vehicle. It was a simple thing, really. Two bicycle frames put together, powered by a 4-horsepower engine. But this humble machine was the spark. After 2 unsuccessful attempts to start a car company, the third time was the charm. On June 16, 1903, with $28,000 in cash from 12 investors, the Ford Motor Company was incorporated. Their first car, the Model A, was sold just a month later. In the early years, Ford produced a range of models, designated by letters of the alphabet. There was the Model B, a 4-cylinder touring car, the luxurious Model K, and the light, affordable Model N. But Henry Ford had a grander vision. He wasn't interested in building cars for the wealthy few. He dreamed of a car for the great multitude, one so simple to operate and so low in price that any man with a good salary could afford one. That dream became a reality in 1908 with the introduction of the legendary Model T. The Tin Lizzie, as it was affectionately known, was a masterpiece of simplicity and durability. It was easy to drive, cheap to repair, and could handle the rough, unpaved roads of rural America. It was an instant sensation. Demand skyrocketed, and Ford was faced with a new challenge: how to build them fast enough. This challenge led to Ford's most revolutionary contribution, the moving assembly line. In 1913, at his new Highland Park plant, Ford perfected this system. Instead of workers moving from car to car, the car chassis was pulled by a rope through a line of workers, each performing a single, specific task. This cut the assembly time for a Model T from over 12 hours to just 93 minutes. It was industrial efficiency on an unprecedented scale. To keep his workers happy and reduce high turnover rates, Ford did something even more radical. In 1914, he announced the $5 day. He more than doubled the average daily wage for his factory workers. It was a stunning move that not only improved the lives of his employees but also turned them into customers who could now afford the very cars they were building. This created a new middle class and cemented Ford's place as a visionary leader. By 1918, half of all cars in America were Model Ts. Famously, you could have any color you wanted, as long as it was black, a choice made purely for efficiency as black paint dried the fastest. Over its 19-year production run, more than 15 million Model Ts were sold, fundamentally changing the landscape of America and the world. It spurred the growth of suburbs, created the need for a national highway system, and gave people a newfound sense of freedom and mobility. But as the Roaring '20s progressed, the competition caught up. Other companies, like General Motors, offered more stylish cars with more features and color options. The era of the utilitarian Model T was coming to an end. In 1927, Ford shut down its factories for 6 months to retool for a brand new car, the second-generation Model A. It was a huge success, with a more powerful engine and elegant styling, proving that Ford could adapt and innovate. The 1930s brought the Great Depression, but also another major Ford innovation, the flathead V8 engine. Introduced in 1932, it was the first time a powerful V8 was made affordable for the mass market, and it quickly became the engine of choice for everyone from family men to hot rodders. During World War II, Ford, like other automakers, shifted its entire production to the war effort. They built B-24 Liberator bombers, Jeeps, and aircraft engines, earning the title Arsenal of Democracy. After the war, Henry Ford II, Henry's grandson, took the helm and modernized the company, leading it through the prosperous post-war era with iconic models like the Thunderbird in 1955. Then came the swinging 60s and a car that would define a generation, the Mustang. Launched in 1964, the Mustang was an instant cultural phenomenon. It was sporty, affordable, and customizable, creating an entirely new market segment, the pony car. It was the most successful car launch since the Model A, selling over 1 million units in its first 2 years. The decades that followed brought new challenges. The oil crises of the 70s, increased competition from Japanese automakers, and a growing demand for fuel efficiency. Ford responded with global cars like the Escort and the Taurus, the latter becoming America's best-selling car in the late 80s and early 90s. The 90s also saw the rise of the SUV, and Ford dominated the market with the Explorer and Expedition. Entering the 21st century, Ford faced significant financial struggles, but under CEO Alan Mulally, the company undertook a massive restructuring. They sold off luxury brands like Jaguar and Land Rover to focus on the core Ford brand, a strategy that helped them uniquely navigate the 2008 financial crisis without a government bailout. Today, Ford is embracing the future once again. They're investing heavily in electric vehicles with the Mustang Mach-E and the F-150 Lightning leading the charge. The F-150, America's best-selling truck for over 4 decades, is now electrified, showing that Ford is ready to lead the transition to a new era of mobility, just as it did over a century ago. From a simple quadricycle in a Detroit shed to a global automotive powerhouse pioneering electric technology, the story of Ford is the story of modern America. It's a legacy of innovation, mass production, and a relentless drive to put the world on wheels. Thanks for joining us on this ride through history. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next adventure. See you in the next one.